So this one says consider below the dot plot of 35 recent math test scores. So these dots, so this is again something you could do with your students, is after an exam you give in class, you could put the whole class's results up here with dots. You just wouldn't put any names on them, right? Because that's where you don't want to embarrass anybody or exalt anybody. But you could just put nameless dots, and these dots show the different scores that people got on the test. Now, so that dot plot, you can tell right away, like what was the middle for the class? Well, probably 75 to 80, maybe 81, somewhere there. This is the middle. What's the highest score? It looks like right here. What is that? Probably 93. What's the lowest score? 35. What's their first question? What observation? Observation is just a fancy word for score. It's a fancy statistical word for score. What score occurred the most? Well, this is the one that occurred the most. It's the highest stack. What score is that? And it looks like 87, doesn't it? Because see how there's 4 dots. This would be right here is 87. This one here is 88. This one here is 89, right? There's 4 dots, between each of the marks. So yeah, so the score of 87 is the most frequent score. That's the score that occurs most often, 87. Each student who scored at most 69 did not pass. How many students did not pass? Okay, so people that got 69 or below, that's right here, isn't it? All these people, they failed. They failed the test. They got 69 or lower, right? At most 69. So how many people is that? How many dots is that? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six students failed the test, got 69 or below, 6 dots. Next question. Each student that got 90, at least 90, got an A. What proportion got an A? Well, we can find that too. We come in here and we say, okay, how many got 90 or better? Well, here's 90 or better. Those are all the people that got A's. How many? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 A's, 4 dots, got 90 or better. So they want percentage, notice. So that's 4 out of how many students? 35. So how do you make that a percentage? You just divide it, huh? It's 4 out of 35. It's 4 divided by 35 on your calculator. And I'm getting 0.1142. And then you got to change it to a percentage. So that makes you move 2 places, right? That's why there's 2 zeros in the percentage symbol. It reminds you to move the decimal 2 places. 11.42. And they want you just to round it to the nearest percent. So just 11%. So looks like 11% of the class got an A. You can tell from the dot plot. See how the picture is worth 1,000 words. From the dot plot, you can tell 4 students, which is 11% of the class, got an A. Identify any observations that are quite a bit smaller. Well, that's obvious, right? That's the poor person down here that got the 35. That person had a bad day or just really wasn't ready for that test. The unusually low observation, that's called an outlier, because that number is really different than the rest of the class. So that's called an outlier. And so there we go.